Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Women need a responsible man. Now, ladies, you know what? It's interesting with all the situation we have now, and some men are picking up on. Men are picking up on y'all being a lot more friendly. You know, because there's been reports of men, like, from several places, and some have told me personally. Heck, I've gotten some calls out of the blue. Right? I've gotten some calls out of the blue. All of a sudden, you know, with this virus and the economic situation, this double whammy, a lot of women being friendlier and stuff. A lot of women being real friendly. In fact, a lot of guys who said some women had rejected them and, you know, kicked them to the curb, even played them or something. All of a sudden being friendly, reaching back. Right? And let's be real about the type of guys these are. These are the men who are able to be serious, who are able to be responsible. And it's deeper than just whether they got money. It's deeper than that. Like some people might, even some guys will think it's just about the money, but it's deeper than that. When you have times like this, you don't just need that money guy. Money guy could be irresponsible with his money. Y'all need that responsible man. Y'all want that responsible man. But it's interesting why y'all might not get it. Now, basically, the issue comes down to what someone in this book I always talk about, money issues in black male-female relationships. And just to be clear, this applies in all relationships. All, regardless of race, you know. And it was something specific about women. You know, there's a difference between a man that a woman would choose as a boyfriend and one she would choose as a husband. Now, see, the boyfriend, what's he for? Because when you're dealing with a boyfriend, you typically ain't married. You typically ain't living with him at first. So you don't have to worry about bills and all of that. And, you know, let's be real. Even though some men think otherwise, a lot of women got y'all got your own money. Shoot, y'all got your own space. All of that stuff. So what's the boyfriend to do? He's there to entertain you. He's there to knock you out the box. He's there to go out with you to some of those fancier places for, you know, you hire octane women, right? You know, 80, you know, the 92s and stuff. You know, he's there to make you laugh, have fun things. You know, take you on those fun dates, right? That's the boyfriend. The husband, though, now, it'd be nice to do those things with the husband. You want to do them with the husband. But see, the husband, shoot, he got to worry about when the furnace breaks. The husband, when there's a trouble, when there's an emergency, he got to deal with that. Because honestly, and I've talked to more than quite a few women who said, you know, they liked their boyfriend until the emergency came out, then he disappeared. He didn't stand up for them, you know. Meanwhile, you get that responsible guy who will do it. And that's what women need. So that's, you know, ladies, I understand it ain't so much about the money now. But now you need that guy who's going to be a bit more serious. Because, like, think about it. We don't know what the times are. You know, can't go on those fun dates right now. You know, it's serious conversation. You know, people either talking about the economy or they talking about that virus. You know, it's hard to get past that now. So it's hard to have that with the party guy. It's hard to have that with the party guy. The guy, you just like, especially if you that type of woman, even though I did say, you know, y'all got your own jobs and stuff. What if that job decide to furlough you or something? You know? So you, at least in your mind, you ain't trying to live off a guy, but in your mind, you more serious-minded about getting another job or doing something. Shoot, you don't need that party guy. You need that responsible man. Because the responsible man, his mind was already there. The responsible men, the ones who adapting to this whole situation the best. Because they were responsible enough to keep a savings. Instead of blowing their money on some fancy car to get your attention, or too flashy clothes or expensive clothes to get your attention, They were saving their money. They ain't take you to that fancy. They ain't want to take you to that fancy spot. Probably why you rejected them at first. You probably want to take you to that more sensible spot so he could save some of that money. He's being responsible. He paying his bills. Even with some bills that people talking about some bills out here, people not paying it. They're going to have to pay it as soon as that disaster is over. Trust me. So it's like, wow. So women need that responsible man. Now, see, here's the thing. A lot of times that man get responsible because the woman doesn't see the party side of him. Most men who are very responsible, they do have fun. Very few men are just straight business all the time. They just are when they need to be, but they still want to have fun. They still laugh. They still that. Women got to focus on that. And women got to see that. Now, ladies, you will wonder, how can you spot that type of man? Well, here's the key. It's a very simple key. Get out of your vanity. Just like I tell men to get out their ego when dealing with women, I'm telling y'all, get out that vanity. Because how do y'all get caught up with that trifling dude? It's one simple way. You get caught up because he's telling you what you want to hear or doing what you want to do. That's how you getting caught up. He's playing that role with you. That's the trifling dude. All right? The trifling dude. He's going to keep that focus on you because then you're not paying attention to him. One thing with a responsible man, he ain't necessarily a braggart. In fact, he might be quite humble. So he's not going to be like, I'm doing this or that. Pay attention to that type of guy anyway. See, a responsible man, they just do. So the way you going to spot him is, you don't even have to ask him questions. Just pay attention to his actions. Pay attention how he walks down the street. Pay attention to how he treats people. If y'all go to a restaurant, pay attention to how he treats the serving staff, how he treats the people, how he talk to them and stuff. How much of a tip he pays. Pay attention how he deals with his family. If y'all among the women, because I don't hear y'all complain about single fathers the way men complain about single mothers. How's he dealing with his children? How's he dealing with his outer family? What does he say about work? Is he trifling about it, or he that type saying, yeah, love my job. Ask him, if you talk to him about it, ask him what type of responsibility he got on his job. And in fact, even in your conversations with him, ask him questions that will give you some idea about the responsibilities in his life. Depending on the man, you might even just ask him straight up, well, what kind of things you got to take care of? And, he'll probably answer without even... Once you ask him that, he'll probably be like, yeah, well, I'm taking care of this. I'm taking care of that, So, pay attention to all of that. Because I know y'all want it. I see it. Because once, it's good. When everything going well, it's all fun and games. Oh, yeah, I understand that. You want the party guy. Everything. Trust me, I understand. But when we in the times we in now, you want the more serious guy. The more responsible guy. And that's a key thing. Because one of the problems with that, and this was discussed in that book I mentioned, a lot of women get caught up. They try to turn their boyfriend into a responsible husband. It don't work. That's why a lot of women, they'll have a boyfriend for years, break up with him, and then marry some other guy within 2 years or even a year. I've actually seen one case where a woman broke up with a guy she'd been with for 11 years because it was a boyfriend type of relationship and married a husband type. So, one of the things is if you're thinking long term, don't even think about the bag. Think about like his personality. Is he a responsible man? Because ultimately you're going to need that. Because we seeing it now with y'all. So, and what happens when this thing extends further and the economic thing extends even further? So anyway, something to think about, ladies. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.